contestant is Benny Baez.
Benny Baez comes into this fight knowing that Purnell could be overlooking him. He's going to take it to Purnell and try to beat him in his own hometown. He's got a big job ahead of him.
A near impossible task for Baez against the flashy, slick Pernell Whitaker. Let's check out these two fighters on the Castrol tail of the tape. Whitaker's last fight to win the junior welterweight crown over Rafael Pineda was at 140 pounds. He's actually 1 pound over the welterweight limit for this fight. And Benny Baez, who is still ranked in the USBA as a junior lightweight, he is also up for this fight at 147.5. He would not pass up any kind of opportunity for a miracle in this fight against Sweet Pea Whitaker. The rules here in Virginia: 3 knockdown rule is in effect. So is the standing 8 count. You cannot be saved by the bell, and it's the 10-point must scoring system. And now let's see how the champ checks it out. We'll go to Sean's blackboard.
On tonight's boxing blackboard, brought to you by Head & Shoulders, for the current IBF junior welterweight champion Pernell Whitaker, concentrate to box your style. Play to make it fun, then make your opponent bend pay. Never forget what got you to the top. Look to increase power only after you use your speed. Enough speed is power, Pernell, to use on your adversary tonight, Benny Baez. Walk right out, Benny, throw the first punch and overhand right. Try to grab control. Step left and walk the champion into your powerful right hand. In order to win, you must rise to another level. Watch tonight, Benny, your P's and Q's.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Bruce Rader, and welcome back again to the Pavilion Convention Center in Virginia Beach, Virginia, where tonight's bout is scheduled for 10 rounds in the welterweight division. Your referee from Virginia Beach, Virginia is Mr. Al Rothenberg. The judges scoring tonight's contest are Jim Traylor, Robert Exton, and William Bryant. Introducing the principals in the red corner, wearing the red and blue trunks, weighing in at 147.5 pounds with a professional record of 14 wins, 4 defeats, 4 knockouts, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Here is Ben Baez. And his opponent, the homeboy, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks, weighing in at 148 pounds with a professional record of 30 victories, 1 defeat, 14 knockouts, and an Olympic gold medal. From Virginia Beach, Virginia, here is the current IBF Junior Welterweight Champion of the World, Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker.
Sean, the last time that Sweet Pea Whitaker stepped in this ring here at Virginia Beach Pavilion was 1985, and that was to marry his wife, Rwanda, right here in the ring. I guess the church must have been booked.
Regardless of what commands I give, protect yourselves at all times. I just want to remind each one of you, wait a second.
Getting married in a boxing
2 feet on the other side of that B is a mushy spot.
Evander Holyfield after Sean's job. This is a big event here in the Tidewater area, and they are sending the radio broadcast out from ringside. Sweet Pea Whitaker, one-time undisputed lightweight champion at 135 pounds. He's now 13 pounds heavier than that. He has a WBC welterweight championship ahead against Buddy McGirt in March. And this a testing fight, a testing few seconds against a guy who really should not have been in the ring with Pernell Whitaker. It just took one shot, and Pernell is even more disappointed than Benny Paez right now. One of the fastest, quickest fights in USA history. One punch, and that was it. The wedding took longer.
Pernell Whitaker says that in training he has been working on his power. There's the effects of it.
Well,
once again, watch for the right hand. Slowed down at this heavier weight, and he looks big as a welterweight. But here it is, the straight left, and down goes Maramero Baez. I think his head did a somersault. Another look. The right set up the overhand left. Once again, the straight left. Bing. Right on the button. Well, down goes Ben Baez. Down and out.
Whitaker, who hurt his left wrist in September sparring against David Taylor. He left uppercut, hit Taylor on the point of the elbow, and showing that there's no problems with the left on that. And interesting that Whitaker would deliver the knockout. Benny Baez, we said he needed a miracle to step into the ring and possibly come up with a win in this fight, and that certainly was an understatement.
Well, he didn't need a miracle to step in the ring because he got in there, but he needed a miracle to stay in there.
Pernell Whitaker, for so many years, Sean, he's such a terrific fighter. He was so good it was really working against him because he dominated fights. He was pitching shutouts without providing that finishing touch, the knockout. All one-sided fights that hardly looked competitive, or even you would say they hardly looked exciting. And he felt as a welterweight maybe he would gain some power. Quite frankly, from this fight, you really can't tell.
And it really hurt him at a markability standpoint to go out and win. He won every round in every fight that he's ever been in. And in this fight, he wanted to have more power. Well, he did, but he didn't learn anything tonight. He still has the questions, the same questions that have not been answered that we have, Al.
Let's find out what the time was in the first round. Let's go to our ring announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by a knockout in 37 seconds of the first round, from Virginia Beach, Virginia, Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker.
Pernell Whitaker, 37 seconds, a short night's work. We thought it would be short, but not this short. One punch knockout, one punch fight.